Is that a bass or trout? I think it's a rainbow trout. Let's go, SweetWater IPA. What's up next? Hey, welcome back. It's Brainmuffin, and here we have, for our reviewing pleasure, SweetWater Brewing down in hot Atlanta, Georgia, an IPA. We don't get a whole lot of these up here, and I had to pick some up at my local store. Now, this does have a best by date that's a couple days ago, so 3/13/2018. So hopefully, we're only 3 days old, but it was refrigerated in the store and was immediately refrigerated when I got home. So it was only out of refrigeration very shortly. Now, what's interesting is it looks like there might be a little bit of yeast sediment in the bottom, but it is very clear that I can see, and IPAs normally aren't clear. So let's see what we've got. Ooh, wow, citrus and grass right on the nose. I mean, that smells like someone's cutting the grass. So I don't think we have to worry about the best by date too much. Yeah, I disturbed a little bit on the bottom. There's a tiny bit of yeast, but not much. Wow, that's nice aroma. Anybody know where that is? Because I don't think it says. Nope, it's Atlanta, Georgia. So obviously it's not as clear once I poured it because I did disturb the yeast. You can even see it floating around. That's fine. We actually want that. Nice golden color, kind of a deep golden. Very nice. It's almost like a slightly brown golden. Very hoppy on the nose, just what we'd want. Hints of grass. I already hit the check-in. 50 IBUs. Okay, yeah, there they are. They're a little in the back. It's really late. The bitterness shows up really late. I mean, it has a nice malt backbone. This has been sitting out for a while. It's a good temperature. It's kind of opening up a bit more. Malts have really come up to meet with it. So you get a caramelized malt. So it's just a pale malt that's been caramelized. I don't know if they're using actual caramel malt, which you can buy, or if they're the traditional manner is to get the brew kettle very hot, and when you're doing your first runnings, it caramelizes as it runs off. You have to scrape a lot after that too on that, but that's the normal way to do it. Well, the traditional way to do it. Now, as a home brewer, I would just use, say, 40L crystal malt, probably a pound to get that color in a 5-gallon batch. Probably, it's just a 6, I'd probably use 7.5 pounds of malt, pale malt. Now, what I like about it is it doesn't have, it's citrusy, but it doesn't say citra. It's grass. I don't really get any pine. Nothing, no, it's nothing real resin-y. But it's quite smooth and quite, for an IPA, it finishes quite clean, which is maybe why it was so clear in the bottle. And there's no real huge flavors that come out and grab you. There's nothing that punches you around. But it does say I'm an IPA. It's just I'm a polite one, I guess is probably the best way to put it. I really like that. Bottled condition for fresher taste, so that's why there's yeast in the bottom. I don't know if they're using, yeah, they're using some bottle carbonation there. There we go. Tell by the small bubbles. And it's just, that is nice. That is a nice beer. And I've had this before, and I may have been overly critical because I've given it a 3 1/4 in the past, but I think I'm going to have to raise that to 3 3/4. Count not, I don't know what that, some error just came up. 3 3/4 is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to make a comment, if my phone will let me. I think Apple's making it so I have to upgrade at some point. I really don't want a new phone. I really, just want this one to work more properly. It claims it's out of space, and I don't know why. Or almost out of space. I've deleted almost everything off of it that I don't need. And it still says that. And there's an upgrade that needs to download. That's part of the problem. Nice, very nice. Very nice, very clean, very hoppy, the way it should be. Nice, mellow, I want to say mellow because I don't want to give the wrong impression. But a nice, polite IPA. So if you like some hoppy, pale beers and you're wondering what an IPA could be like, you need it in a starter, this is probably a good introduction to IPAs. There are some IPAs that'll about take your teeth off. This is almost like the IPA, and maybe because it's on at the tail end and it's not as fresh as it could be, because it's a few days past the date. So you know, IPAs were made to they're really big beers that were brewed in England and then shipped to India. And when you got to India, it was a pale, really. And eventually people just started drinking them fresh. Excuse me. So that might be part of why this has mellowed a little bit, because it's kind of at the tail end of where you need to drink it, and it's more like a hoppy pale, which is good. But it still has its IPA characteristics, and I do like it. I would definitely, you know, this would actually be a good one to have with spicy food, because it's hoppy and bitter, but not overly so. So like a mildly spiced food, you could do almost like a raw, I would say raw, but like a baked tilapia with some spices. Maybe in sushi with, I don't know, something, I don't know. But there you go. So, have you had SweetWater IPA? Do you think 3 3/4 is not enough? It's too much? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for getting back to me, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Yeah, it's not red eye reduction, it's red light. It's that red light right there. There. It's a red light somewhere. All right. Oh, I should have done that. Ooh, doggies.